When he turned his back from shoulder to shoulder, it looked like as wide as the tailgate of a truck.
And just darkness, literal darkness, just came like all over, just all over me except where I was standing.
This thing let out the most blood-curdling, mind-blowing, spine-tingling scream that you've ever heard in your life, and it cut through me like a knife.
And I knew that they were going to take me. I just knew it. And then the next thing I can remember is being levitated.
Well, when I look in there, I see two big eyes staring back at me.
Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Bump Podcast, a place for the believers of the unexplained, monsters, and paranormal. Join us, and we'll go face to face with what goes bump in the night.
Into my Wolfman encounter, and this happened when I was like 12, 13 years old, before a golf league, and this really rung the bell on my cryptid research, and it really shook me to my bones. I remember it was one of the most scared times I've ever had. But first goes Alex. Well, I guess my statement would be I take a left on the Sunrise Oval. Oh yeah, my bad. Alex and Jake are two best friends, and they were there too at the golf encounter, before the golf encounter. But months before, they had their own encounter with this creature. So I heard about this creature for months before I slept over there. All right. So, well, I guess my statement would be I take a left on the Sunrise Oval off of Sleepy Hollow Road. As we pull in, we stop because we think a deer is crossing the road. When we look, though, it wasn't a deer. It was something on two legs that ran across the road faster than the average person could run. It ran up the hill in almost a gallop. And then Jake said, pulling up to Sleepy Hollow neighborhood, woods to the left, big field, and a hill to the right, with a red barn on top of the hill. As we were pulling in slowly, we see a figure crossing the street on two legs, resembling a werewolf, Bigfoot, bigger than a human, and as soon as it crosses the street, it dead sprints up towards the barn, running faster than humanly possible. Still feels like a dream. Pretty wild. And then the second part of Alex's talks about my encounter. Second story, I believe you were there, but we heard rustling outside my walkout basement. When we looked outside the window, there were eyes like 5'5" to 6 foot looking in the window, taller than any known Ohio animal could stand. And yeah, we were playing pool in his basement the night before golf, and his house was decked out. So I was excited to be over there. It was my first time ever sleeping over there at his new house, because him and Jake used to be neighbors, and then Alex moved to this new place. And I was really excited to golf and sleep over there and, just be a part of it all. And I heard about the Wolfman, but it wasn't really on my to-do list or anything. I was really just happy to be there. But then we're playing pool in his basement, and we hear rustle. Well, a strange feeling just overwhelms us, and we start getting a little cautious, and we hear rustling outside. So we turn off all the lights down in the basement, and then we're all peeking through a little window like this, and then we see it, just a silhouette of this creature down in the den, probably like 20 to 40 yards away. And we just saw it from like its chest up, and it was a hulking creature, and it was definitely a wolf man, a dog man. And now I look back and I hear so many stories. I really think it was a werewolf, like it might have had a man-like abilities and conscious thoughts, and it may transform. A lot of that gets really weird because there's different types of creatures out there. There's these big wolves, these black dogs, these demon dogs, kind of like Resident Evil, and then there's like these werewolves, lycanthropes, and all the Rougarou, other things they call them, like down in Louisiana. But there's so many. Did he get bit by a wolf and then turn into this thing? Did he sin for 7 years? Is it in his blood, in his DNA, like Michael J. Fox? I'm not sure, but it just looked at us for just a couple seconds, but it felt like a lifetime. Then we dove away like into the stairwell.
Hey there, believers. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different and just do a quick book review of Big Brother Bigfoot. It's by Connor Flynn. He goes by Bigfoot Anonymous on Instagram. To describe this book in one word would be fun. If I did it in two, it would be fun and adventure. This guy has done more and seen more things in his 2 or 3 decades on this planet than most people have done in their entire life. More than what most people would do in 2 or 3 lives. He has went everywhere from the deserts to the swamps. He goes out, he does research, he hears about a legend, he looks for cryptids, he goes after it. A lot of these stories are hilarious. A lot of them are dangerous. A lot of them are like, oh my gosh, I hope my kids don't do this. And a lot of them are, I wish I would have taken the time when I was young to just strike out and go see the whole country and just live. Connor is living. He's having so much fun. He's just a renaissance man. You know, he dabbles in everything. I love it. I have him on an upcoming interview, so I picked up the book. I couldn't hardly put it down. You know, I was just, what is this guy going to be up to next? You know, and I don't know. I just think it's definitely worth the read. It's worth supporting Connor. So if you get a chance, if you have $12, pick up Big Brother Bigfoot by Connor Flynn. The least you could do is go to Instagram and start following Bigfoot Anonymous. Tell him that Bo from the Bump Podcast sent you, and get ready for his upcoming interview because it's non-stop.